What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mojisola, but you can call me Mo. So today we're going to be making a spaghetti strap, the one you see on the dress and thumbnail. Sometimes you want to make super tiny spaghetti straps and you get stuck while trying to turn it. So that's why I'm doing this video today. So I already measured this strap width. It's 1.5 inch and I don't even know the length, but I'm just working with what I have on the fabric. So this is 1.5 inch and I'm going to fold it over, as you can see. Sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather, but the voiceover must be made, so forgive my sniff sounds. I'm just going to take it to the sewing machine and press a quarter of an inch outwards. This is what I'm going to be sewing down on the machine, just like I've. You may decide to make yours smaller or wider. At the end of the day, you have a really neat strap. So because I'm going to be making two different styles, I have a silk fabric here and a crepe fabric. That crepe fabric is quite thick, so it's going to show us the difference between the soft fabric and the thick fabric. Now for the first style, I'll be using the silk fabric, and now I'm taking it to the sewing machine just to join. Now I'm just going to be trimming the excess all over the strap so that it can be easy for us to turn it. Now I'm going to take my needle, my threaded needle, so I can actually use it to turn my strap over. I'm just going to close. I'm just going to tack it around the edge. You can already have that place sewn or not, depending on what kind of strap you're trying to make, but most of the time you would already have it closed and then you tack it to the excess there. After that, you use your needle to push in the fabric. You push it in carefully, and I'm going to be using the blunt part, like the part that is not sharp. It's a gradual process, but I'm going to speed it up just because we're not going to sleep here. But this shouldn't take you more than 2 minutes, depending on how long the strip is. Yeah. So I'm just going to turn it out now so that we can see. It's not as fast, obviously. Yeah, but it's a gradual process. With time, you would push it out, but it makes more sense having your strip looking so cool rather than bending both sides and then stitching it down and then looking all rugged. I don't know if you get what I mean, but now I just turned it out and I'm going to just cut that out. So if you closed yours earlier, then you just have to put your needle into the seam line and then cut it out. And that's it. Now moving to the next style. This style 2, I'm just going to be using a thick rope. This one I'm using is called Shambhala, I guess. It's like a rope for making loops on corset. You can actually use it for that as well, but it's just a thick rope. You're going to sew it down at the edge just so it doesn't move. There's a reason for that. I'm going to stitch it down right now. And after stitching it, I'm just going to bring that rope into the strap that I'm trying to create. When I put it into the strap I'm trying to create, I'm just going to sew the 1/4 inch outwards, just like I did in the first style. Your strap can be 1/2 inch wide or even tinier than 1/2 inch. It depends on what you're trying to create. It depends on what you're trying to do. Whatever size you're doing, this could actually still work. And then I'm just going to join it by 1/4 inch towards the outer part of the rope. Then after joining that, I then trim the rough edge, the excess on the rough edge, just trim it out so that it can give us room for turning. So like I said, this is much more thicker than the first fabric, so it's obviously wasn't as slick as the other one, but it works well. So you're just going to be using the rope to drag, just going to be dragging the rope out on the other end, then push the fabric in on this closed end as well. Just drag the rope out. In case you don't have a needle around you, you can use this style to work perfectly for you. So I'm just going to be pushing it out like that, and when I finish, you can see the right side coming out gradually. When I finish pushing it, I'm just going to trim the other end that has the shambala rope. I'm just going to cut it out, and that's that. About that. If you got to this point and you've not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Put on post notifications, because I post DIY and few fashion hacks on here. I make lifestyle videos as well and everything fun on this channel. Please subscribe to the channel, comment down below, like this video if you like it, and then put on post notifications so that you can get notified anytime I post new videos. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to just take this to the pressing iron and press them down so that it can lay flat and smooth. This is the other one I made as well, using the same hack or the same style, however you want to call it. Now this is the pressed one. I already pressed it on the iron, so this is what it looks like. This is not up to 1/2 inch, and that's what it looks like generally. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.